joining. Just give me a second. I'm trying to get connected, and I will. All right, everyone. So I'm just going to get myself connected here. I'm waiting for Instagram to get connected, and then I will get started. All right. Give me a second. Okay. So we're not going to have people posting about their stuff in my room because this is my room. So I have to take you off. All right, everyone. Let me get connected here. Thank you so much for joining today. If you guys don't know it or not, today's conversation follows hormones and more issues. So we are going to talk about hormones and hair loss. So let me know how you guys are doing today. If you don't know who I am Love Ron Quarles from SBL Hair Loss in Pleasantville, New Jersey. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you're not watching me right now and you're watching this as an after stream, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are here every single week to talk about hair and health. Now, the reason why I say hair and health is this is my handy dandy diagram of hair and how it grows from the skin. So this is how it grows from the skin. This is the dermis. This is hair. If you can see, this is hair. You see that, everyone? This is hair. So hair grows from inside. Hair grows from inside. So whether you know it or not, you have to understand that whatever happens inside of the body is going to affect how well hair grows. So while we're here every single week, I'm always going to be wrapping conversations around what is going on beneath the skin, what is going on with the sensory nerve fibers, what's going on with your sensory nerve fibers, what is going on with your blood supply, what is going on with your capillaries, what is going on with your arteries and veins, how is the blood flow, how is the stress, how is the inflammation that is circulating through your skin. This is what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about this every single week. If you haven't been following me thus far, I'm here every single Sunday at 8 o'clock. Sometimes I get the chance to post on my stories. I post 2 to 3 times a day on all platforms, but it's always health and wellness and how it affects hair growth. So lately, I have been sharing about hormonal health. Hormones run how well hair grows, down to the pituitary, the hypothalamus, which is the president and the vice president, to the thyroid and the parathyroid, to our ovaries and the uterus, and our testosterone levels. Everything is influenced by hormones. So what happens when hormones are out of whack and they're jacked up? Guess what? We're going to start having hormonal-based issues. We're going to start having excess hair. We're going to start losing our hair. We're going to start producing more sebum, more acne, more oil on the skin. We're going to have blood sugar-related problems like PCOS because testosterone causes sensitivity in the body and causes you to have issues like hair loss, like superfluous hair, hair that is very, let's say, coarse and unruly for women. Sometimes we don't want that kind of hair in the wrong places. And the PCOS from excess blood sugar and our cortisol levels, they're all in tandem. They can cause hair loss issues. They can cause menstrual issues. They can cause female issues. So that's why we're here today to talk about this diagram picture that is in here. This is also on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. We're going to be talking about hormones. Today's topic, of course, is hysterectomies. So I've been posting it on my page all week long. We're going to be talking about hysterectomies and the resulting hair loss. So let's get into it, everyone. Now on TikTok, I'm unable to share with you the PowerPoint. So I'm going to have to talk you through what it is that I have on my screen. For the life of me, I don't know how to figure this stuff out. I don't know how to do all that. I wish I could put it up here. I don't know how to do that. People say you can put up your PowerPoint. I don't know how to put up the PowerPoint. I don't know how to do all that. So I'm going to talk you through the lesson today. Hormones and hysterectomies. So, for all of you guys in Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube land, please let me know. Thank you so much in my heart. Let me know, everyone, how y'all doing today. Please let me know where you're joining me from. I love to know where everybody's joining me from. If you don't know it or not, I always say that we are SBO Hair Loss of New Jersey, Hair Loss Center of New Jersey. So we're in New Jersey. Where's everybody joining me from today? I would love to know. Are y'all in my backyard? Are you next door in Pennsylvania, Delaware, New York? Where are y'all joining me from today? Because I want to get a feel. Okay, Miss Barbara Doll. Okay, Alabama. Now, see, Miss Barbara, we need to get connected because I know you've spoken with me through messaging. We need to get connected. Okay, selfish hun. Selfish one. Lord, I can't even read with these big old glasses. Ohio, okay. Where's everybody else joining me from today? Miss Charlotte said Georgia. Whoop whoop, Georgia, GA, okay. St. Croix, okay. St. Croix, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, thank you. Yes, Miss Barbara, yes, we need to get connected. So you guys are going to be seeing clips because I usually take small clips of what I might feel may be relevant or might be a hook that you guys may enjoy. So I'm going to be taking clips of today's conversation and reposting it on all of my platforms. You can see this whole presentation, the entire 1 hour presentation, because I have to conclude this by 9 because I have my scholarship hair loss practitioner students that I have to be ready for at 9. So I can't stay here any longer than 9. You can see the regular 1 hour version of this entire stream on YouTube. Of course, I can't put the whole entire stream on TikTok. It's also on Facebook. So if you guys follow me on Facebook at SBL Hair Loss, you'll see the entire stream on Facebook. It only stays on Facebook for a month, but on YouTube, it's there until, the world ends, I guess. So yes, ma'am. Where else are you guys joining me from? We have 10 people in the room. So we have Ohio, we have Georgia, we have St. Croix. So let me know where else you guys are joining me from. Oh, Miss Clara is joining us from New Jersey. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. New Jersey. Yes, because I'm from New Jersey. So I love New Jersey. So let me know by a little show of hands. If y'all can just put up a white hand, a tan hand, a brown hand. Let me know if any of you ladies have endured any hormonal issues. Let me know. Are you in menopause, perimenopause? Have you had a hysterectomy? Have you had cysts on your ovaries? Have you had any female issues? Have you had a challenge with PCOS? Have you had issues where your cycle was just out of whack and then you maybe had to get on a pill or you had to get some kind of medication? Let's talk about that because those are hormonal issues. Thank you, Miss Diane. Thank you. Joining us from Texas. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. We have a wide array of people from all over the states and the world who are joining us today. So let me know if you guys, because I'm pretty sure it's just ladies in the room. Men, there's no shade to you. This probably won't apply. But let me know if you guys have had any challenges yourselves with any hormonal issues. I know I have. I've back and forth have had challenges with different levels of testosterone, cysts on my ovaries, heavy menstrual cycles. Like I've had it too. Now as someone, oh, okay, Miss Tick Tickers. Okay, says I'm sorry that I'm messing this up. I don't know how to say it. Let me know what you may have been experiencing. Miss Barbara, you said CCCA. Have you had any hormonal challenges? Anything that has cause you to have uneven, unleveled, unbalanced hormones, because that's what we're going to be talking about today. Has anyone dealt with anything specifically, any thyroid issues, hypothyroid issues? Have y'all yourselves dealt with anything? Yes? Let me know what you've experienced. I myself, if you can see it, I've had an issue. We may or may not be able to see it because I've been trying to work on myself. I had an issue with a goiter on my thyroid. This was back in COVID. You'll have issues with your thyroid when excess tissue will grow surrounding your thyroid because it's trying to make more thyroid hormones so that it can do more balancing in your body. When it can't sufficiently make enough thyroid hormones, your thyroid tissue will grow, and what does is forms a goiter. Your thyroid is trying to balance hormones. So when your hormones are out of balance, usually you will have a hypo or hyperthyroid. So I have had them too. So anytime I share things here with you guys, I try to always let you know that I have these problems too. I come from a place of love because I'm trying to share what I've been through to help others. So, tickers, I don't know if the live froze because from here it's fine. It could be my signal. I don't know, but as far as I know, it hasn't froze. Let me know, everyone else, if the live has frozen for you because she said the live froze. So let me know if anyone else has a frozen live on their end. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Again, we're talking about hormones, hysterectomies, heart problems, and hair loss because I want to share with you all a little bit later. I'm going to go through it briefly about some of the stuff that I found from this. I like to follow science journals and different journals, and because I'm always looking for things, it will send me different links and different things that I might find interesting. That's how Google works. It'll follow you and track what it is that you like, so it'll send you things. So I happened to read an article from the Mayo Clinic, and the Mayo Clinic shared how when women have hysterectomies, how different comorbidities exist and what types of things exist when you have a hysterectomy. What it was also sharing, and I'm going to get into a little bit later, when women have hysterectomies in their 30s, they develop more issues. They develop them earlier compared to someone in their 50s. If the people in their 50s develop it at all, the ones in their 30s, 40s, 45, 30, 35, they develop more comorbidities like cholesterol issues, lipid issues, blood pressure issues, blood circulation issues, hormonal issues. They will have more issues because they've had hysterectomies earlier compared to people in their 50s. So I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to find the article before I get started because I want to be able to bring up some of the notes. But what I want to ask is, why are so many of us, why are so many women getting hysterectomies? Let's talk about that. Thank you, sis. My sister said I'm looking extra cute this today. I just slapped this ponytail on. I was trying to look halfway decent. Okay, so this Mayo Clinic link, now it's trying not to let me access this information. That's okay because I took notes. Give me 1 second, everybody. I took notes and I think I broke this down on my platforms, other platforms. Let me see if I took notes and saved it. Give me a second, everyone. All right. Yes, yep, I did take some notes and I saved it. Okay. So, good morning. Hi, good morning, Stevie. Stevie, you said, yes, my girlfriend just had one. Crazy. What did your girlfriend have? Renee, you said I pulled out the whole dang old bang. This is a ponytail piece. This is a clip on ponytail because I didn't get a chance to shampoo my hair today because it is crazy humid. It's very hot here in New Jersey. My hair was so greasy and oily. I flat ironed it 3 times this week. I was tired of flat ironing it. I said I'm not flat ironing it anymore, so I just put the ponytail on. So that's why I have this. But I wish it was mine. It is now, but it didn't grow from my scalp. So Stevie said, I'm the only one in my age group that still has all my inner parts. I don't even know what that means. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. All right. Oh, so Miss Barbara Dahl said she's suffering with menopause, anxiety, tinnitus, and cortisol. Right. Tinnitus, those types of things happen, of course. The further along we get in age, menopause will happen, more anxieties will happen because hormone balance is shifting. You will generally have issues with cortisol due to stress. It will affect your blood sugar. It may indirectly affect insulin resistance, but those things will affect how your hormones work in the body. So when you're having a challenge with menopause and with cortisol, those are hormone related. Cortisol is a hormone. It indirectly affects your insulin. Insulin is a hormone. Anxieties will occur because of the serotonin deficits that originate from in the gut. You can't get the serotonin that you need. Your dopamine levels are kind of out of whack. This will happen, of course, in direct response with hormones. So when I say everything is kind of related to hormones, hormones run the gamut for all of the necessary processes in the body. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So what I want to talk about is what happens before the hysterectomy, what happens during the hysterectomy, what happens after the hysterectomy, because what I want to know is why are so many women getting hysterectomies, and whether you know it or not, do you know that it's going to directly affect and potentially cause dysfunction in your body, such as these comorbidities, such as the high blood pressure, the low blood circulation, the high lipids, the cholesterol, the hair loss. Do you all know that this is going to happen? Because if I can, when I'm here with my clients and they're speaking with me saying that they're going to potentially get a hysterectomy, I pull out all of the relevant information that I found in NIH journals and any journals, anything that I can print out and give to my clients. I try to share with my clients. Look, we perform functional blood chemistry analysis. We can help you naturally. If there's anything that we can do to help you reduce any of your issues prematurely before you decide to get the hysterectomy, please let me know, because you will have problems with hair loss. I guarantee it. Anytime anyone affects anything with their hormones, you're going to have thinning hair and hair loss. I want you all, I'm not sure if you can repeat this with me. If you affect your hormones, you are going to affect your hair and its hair growth. So I'm primarily here to talk about the resulting hair loss and thinning hair issues, but I'm going to talk about some other health issues. So I want to stay connected. Stevie, you said you had your uterus removed? Okay, Renee. Okay, maybe I got confused. I thought you were talking about the bang or whatever. So Stevie, you said you're on HRT and you take vitamins and magnesium. That's wonderful because I'm on HRT as well. I got my little patch. If you can see it, got my little patch. This is my little estrogen patch because I'm trying to stay cute, trying to keep it together. I'm 57, so my hormones are getting out of balance. So I take HRT as well. I have the progesterone tablets. I take the progesterone creams. I take the suppositories. I'm on the patch, so I'm taking the HRT as well. I need to get some magnesium because everyone can benefit from magnesium, as well as helping you with your nervous system and allowing your body to relax. So thank you for posting that. Yes, and user 711 said doctors don't tell you that. Well, doctors, in defense of doctors, I'm not a doctor. I am a trichologist, certified in 2018. What doctors do is they help you with issues as you have them. You don't really go to your doctors for preventive medicine. You go, you get your checkup. They identify something that happens at your checkup. Then they're doing damage control. So what I'm here to share with you today is I want to help any woman within the sound of my voice that wants to get control of her hormones ahead of time. If you know you're having problems with heavy blood flow, if you're having problems with cysts on your ovaries, if you're having challenges, thank you so much for my hearts. If you're having challenges, work on it early. Let's see what we can do to get your personal treatment plan to work on some of those things early, because I want you to not have the hysterectomy. So they're not going to help you with this stuff. They're only going to help you once the problem arises. No one's worried about preventive care, preventive maintenance. No one is worried about wellness. All anyone wants to do is respond to what's going on. Oh, my blood flow is too heavy. I got cysts on my ovaries. I have cysts on my uterus. Let me take my uterus out. No one wants to work on getting themselves well or not arriving there in the first place. So that's why I'm here. So doctors are not going to tell you about what exists after, because they're trying to help save your life. They're trying to help you get out of pain. So in defense of doctors, they're not trying to do all that wellness. Maybe 10% of all doctors are trying to help you with wellness. They may help you with preventive care, but most of the time, nobody's trying to hear all that. I just want the pain pill. I just want to get out of pain. Just take it out of me. No one's worried about what happens after. I'm worried about what happens after because I see you in my chair. I see you when that area on the top of your scalp is more and more visible. I see it. So I'm here to just do my part to let you know if there's a chance that we can assist you with natural wellness remedies, with Chinese medicine, with auricular therapy, if there's anything that we can do ahead of time to help you, functional blood chemistry analysis, anything that we can do, let's help you before you get to the point where your womb is so inflamed that you have to have a hysterectomy. Your ovaries are filled with cysts, so now you have to have an oophorectomy and have them removed. Let's do what we can do before you get there. Because if you don't know it or not, again, you will experience thinning hair and hair loss. Anytime you affect or remove any body part that has to do with your hormones, you're going to have hair loss. If you get your thyroid removed, you're going to have hair loss. Because you've removed something that blood normally flows to and has connection with the pituitary, the hypothalamus, the thyroid, the adrenals, the ovaries. Anytime you remove a pivotal body part that has influence in the endocrine system, you're going to have thinning hair and hair loss. There's no way in God's world that you're not, because you will. That's just how life works. So, Stevie, you said you're 57 going on 58 next month. I just turned 57, so I'm right there with you. So, Miss Barbara Dahl, you had a partial hysterectomy. Okay, all righty. So let me pin my information, because if any of this sounds like, oh, I think I can do that, I think I want to explore that, please connect with me. Let me know, and we can talk a little bit more later. And user 711 says, what problems does HRT cause? HRT itself, you're going to have to speak with your nurse practitioner or your gynecologist, because HRT, you have bioidenticals, and then you have synthetics. So your doctor can give you synthetics, and then you can get bioidenticals. Bioidenticals are not synthetics. They're not made in a lab. Bioidenticals are what you experience from your own body, but your nurse practitioner, your doctor, can compound it at certain levels where it doesn't cause you so many significant problems. Anytime you're on an HRT or you get on an HRT, you have to expect your levels to change. You have to expect some things to occur, because your body has to get used to something artificial coming through your body. When you're getting synthetic HRT, you may have issues because of the new balance you're trying to achieve, which may be a little bit out of scope and unlevel, because there's no way for the doctor to change the level, because the synthetic compound is what it is. If they're giving you testosterone, they may give you a level of testosterone that may not be right for you, because it's not based on blood work. They're just giving you a synthetic compounded formula. Where with HRT, you work with your nurse practitioner. I work with MIDI Health, MIDI Health. You work with MIDI Health. They take your blood work. They're going to compound it based on your needs, which you're sharing, and then they're going to help you from there. If you're having inflammation, pain, stiffness, cloudy thinking, girly parts are getting a little dry, you need energy, they're going to formulate based on what it is you're experiencing. So each set has its own risks and rewards, but what I want to share with you is you're not going to be able to try anything that doesn't have a side effect. Everything in the world, everything you eat, take, drink, experience is going to have some potential side effect, but you have to understand, do you want the risks, or do you want to worry about what it's going to cause? Do you want the resulting items to be corrected in the body, or are you primarily just focused on what it's going to cause? You have to do your own due diligence, talk with your nurse practitioner, and he or she will tell you about starting later in life, those risks, and starting it early as soon as you're on the menopause wheel. I'm perimenopause, so I'm just going into the phase where my menstrual cycle is, it's been about 6 months. You have to find out when you want to take them. You may have to take the HRT because you had an early hysterectomy. You have to talk that over with your physician or your NP, and they will coach you through that. That's about all that I can give, because I'm not a doctor, but I just know what my NP has shared with me. So I just want to just share that my contribution to this experience is just talking about hair loss. I am going to address some of the issues we face that lead us to get a hysterectomy, and I'm going to go ahead and continue. Yes, Stevie, we have to be proactive with our health. And user, thank you. You are welcome. And okay, user 71, you said you had a partial at 59. Yes, I get it. I get it. All right. So the next slide, everyone. If you don't know it or not, my name is LaRon. If you haven't followed me before, I'm LaRon. I'm the owner of SBO Hair Loss, and I'm a holistic practitioner of psychology. So when I say I'm a holistic practitioner, I do everything that I can based on a health and wellness perspective that's not of Western medicine. It may include auricular therapy. It may include magnet therapy. It may include some sort of detoxification. It may include me looking at your ear, doing reflexology, chiropractic care. It may include doing functional blood chemistry analysis and just listening to you and identifying when things began for you and not using medicine. We're using health and wellness initiatives that come from different areas of the world and different thought patterns. So that's what a holistic practitioner is. All right. So I'm going to keep it going. So what happens that leads us? We're going to talk about the before the hysterectomy, the before the oophorectomy, which is a removal of the ovaries. You will have inflammation. This is what I talk with people all the time. You have to identify where the inflammation is coming from. When I'm talking about inflammation in the scalp, now I'm talking about inflammation in the uterus. When we're talking about inflammation, we're talking about those sensory nerve fibers. What is the stress level in your body doing to your uterus? What is the cortisol level of the body? What is the insulin level and your insulin resistance? What is the blood sugar doing to the body? If you have high amounts of blood sugar, you will more than likely have high amounts of hair loss, scalp irritation, scalp interactions. You will have a heavy blood flow because everything in your body is inflamed. So there's kind of like a no-brainer if you have inflammation within the uterus, inflammation in the ovaries, because you have inflammation everywhere else. So you have to learn to control your inflammation. How do you do that? Get your own personal treatment plan. Work with someone like myself so we can identify those gaps of where you're having this excess inflammation. You may more than likely develop cysts and polyps on your uterus and your ovaries, so then you're going to have them removed. So we're talking about the before. What else happens? High insulin levels, high blood sugar, PCOS. Anytime you eat an abundance of food, if you overeat, it's going to break down into sugar. If you have high blood sugar, if you're a diabetic, if you have insulin resistance, all those things can increase your chances of having PCOS, having heavy blood flow, which is called dysmenorrhea. And I'm going to note that in the next slide. So when we're not in control of what we're doing to the body, this is why we have these issues with our lady parts. If you have issues with estrogen dominance, you may have a heavy blood flow. That's a sensitivity to too much estrogen in the body. And how that happens, of course, is because I've had this happen to me. I did my own research. What happens is we'll have low levels of progesterone, which is why having an HRT where you're given progesterone is always helpful. When your progesterone levels are low, what will happen is when you're still menstruating, the luteal phase will be shorter. So what happens is those 14 days, it's supposed to be 14 days before the luteal phase and 14 days of the luteal phase. Your 14 days of the luteal phase will shorten. What will happen is the other days of you staying in a the premenstrual cycle, the sore breast, the moodiness, the excess blood flow, the longer blood flow, all of that will be longer because your progesterone levels are low. So again, these are hormonal imbalances. Hormonal imbalances. How do you discover if you have an hormonal imbalance? You have to meet with someone like myself, have a treatment plan done so we can evaluate all of these holes. Okay, thank you for all of this. I so appreciate it, everybody. I appreciate it. And if there's anything that I say that's resonating with you, just put it in the chat. We're going to address it. So you have to be cognizant of what is going on in the body. Listen to your body. If you're having problems with your menstrual flow, you're menstruating too early, too long, and your menstrual cycle is way too long, it's 10 days, 14 days, 21 days, you're having a challenge with estrogen and progesterone. Okay, so the next thing that I wanted to talk about is then you have periods of what you call amenorrhea, or an absence of a menstrual cycle. Sometimes there are inherited defects. Sometimes there are hormonal defects that will prevent you from having a period. Sometimes you will get to 18, 20, and not have a menstrual cycle. Those are hormonal issues. Then you have a period where you have something called dysmenorrhea, where the levels of prostaglandins in your body are so high they cause you to have painful periods, extended periods, cramps. So when your prostaglandins, which is a hormone-like compound, it's a lipid-like compound, but it's in the hormone family. When your prostaglandins are out of balance, then you'll have those heavy periods. So thank you so much, user 711. I appreciate you as well because I appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much, Wally, for sharing the live. I deeply appreciate this. So what I say is, how can you fix it? All of these are hormonal issues. I'm on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram every single week, my LinkedIn every single week, threads every single week, sharing hormonal issues, hormonal issues. Let's help you balance and fix your hormonal issues because you'll have problems with hormones forever. As long as you keep living and you have all your lady parts and you have all the parts that are in your body, you're going to have issues with hormones. It, Hormones run the body. They control when you go to sleep, when you are awake. They control your stress levels. We're going to have these hormones, so we have to manage them. You can't manage them if you can't identify them, if you can't put your finger on them. I hear my coach saying to me all the time, know your numbers. Know your numbers. That exists in business and it exists for us as women. You don't know your numbers and you don't know what's going on in your body, you'll never be able to help control any of it because you're just doing damage control. When something happens, oh, let me get an aspirin, let me get this. No, control your body by identifying what's going on with it initially. Do preventive work with yourself. Don't just do damage control. So user 711, I appreciate you. You said thank God for you, much needed. So let me know what resonated with you, what you're saying thank you for. Let me know what you like so far. I would appreciate it so I can continuously work on that. So Facebook and Instagram, if you guys have questions, just let me know. I'm going to flip over in a second and I'm going to see if you guys left any questions from Instagram. So like I said, I want you to get your own personal treatment plan. You can get your own personal treatment plan. You find out your own levels and then you can support them. Our treatment sessions are not expensive. They're not so out of bounds that you can't get access to me. All you have to do is let me know what your budget is, what you'd like me to include in your personal treatment plan, whether it's a nutritional review, whether it's blood type testing, whether it is helping you with your, let me see, blood type testing, your nutritional review. If you would like me to take some of your hair and find out what your intolerances and your sensitivities are, if you want a gut health test, all you have to do is let me know what you want to add. If you don't want me to add anything, then you'll have one of our lower tier products. If you want your hair and scalp review, you can have a hair and scalp review. You can have some of the extras. But working with us is not out of anyone's budget. It may be a couple $100, it may be $99, it may be $450, but the more services you add, of course, the more it will be for you. But you'll have me in your hip pocket. Your results will get sent to you if you get your intolerance test and your sensitivity, your gut health test. We get on a call, we review your blood work, we review all of it, and then we find out how we're going to help you fix it. But you have to get your own personal treatment plan so you can find out how to support yourself. So these hormones that I was talking about, okay, user 711, you said you have hot flashes and you need the blood type and the gut health. I can definitely send you all of my resources. If you don't know how to find them, all you have to do is tap this space right here, my little AI image right there. Go to the links in my bio, and you will find out how to get access to all of my books and resources. I have an inflammation guide, a medication guide, a hormone guide, a menopause guide, hair loss reading for beauty professionals, hair loss reading for regular people. So whatever you may need, I have resources for. All you have to do is just hit the links in my bio. I'm going to share with you where you can find it. So user 11, this is TikTok. So I'm going to go to my profile, and then all you have to do is tap the link. Let me see if I can do it backwards. Tap the link there. For all of you guys here, all you have to do is tap that link or the link that's at the bottom of the screen. You just put that into your browser, and then this will show up. This is my link. When you want to find all of the books, all you have to do is go to shop. You just go to shop. You go to the shop section. So you have one side and you have the other. When you go to the shop section, you see all of my books, all of my resources, what you can do to get yourself together, blood type plans, resources. All of my resources are here. CCCA guides, inflammation guides, all of them are here. So I just want you to know that I have resources for you that you can take a look at and read and enjoy. If you decide not to work with me today, it's okay. But what I'm sharing today is, you said you want all the resources. Well, they're there for you if you need them. The hormones that I am most concerned with at all times is your cortisol levels, because if your cortisol levels are out of balance, then your blood sugar is out of balance. That may cause issues with your hair and hair growth. Usually, I am looking for insulin and insulin resistance issues, A1C issues, blood sugar issues connected with your cortisol level, because when your cortisol stays consistently high for a long time, your blood sugar will be consistently high, and that may cause issues with hair growth and hair loss. Pregnenolone, prostaglandins, they're just more hormones that I am concerned with, because if your prostaglandins are very high, you'll have issues such as heavy menstrual cycles. Pregnenolone is just another type of hormone that concerns me. I'm always concerned about your estrogen levels, because when your estrogen levels start to take a dip, then you may begin to have a forehead that starts sliding back because you're losing estrogen. The quality and density of your hair will start to increase or decrease because of your estrogen levels. You may see inflammation and sensitivity on your scalp. Your collagen is starting to reduce. There are different things that are happening when your estrogen levels are going down. When you have the chance to work with someone like myself, I connect you, if you'd like, which is a premium service. I connect you with a nurse practitioner from Bauman Medical who works with us. That's why I love Bauman Medical. He allows us to go down to take courses with him. While we're there, we connect with the nurse practitioners that he has on staff. They will work with you. We have to send them your blood work. They will compound formulas for you to reduce the inflammation, to increase the estrogen. They compound creams for you so that you can have better hair growth, everyone. But if you don't reach out, you can't have access to these things. Progesterone is something that I'm always concerned with, because if your progesterone levels are low, then you won't be able to get any sleep. If you don't get sleep, that will severely affect how your hormones function and how your hair grows. Progesterone in connection with melatonin, if you're not getting any sleep and you're not allowing the melatonin to naturally occur in your body, you want to stay up all night because you want to be in everything and mind everybody's business, and you just got to stay on call in case somebody call you in the middle of the night. Whatever somebody do in the middle of the night, they'll figure it out until they get you in the morning. Go to sleep, because when you don't go to sleep, that hurts your hair. So I'm concerned about your progesterone and your melatonin levels. I'm concerned about your testosterone. Using 7116. Yes. I'm concerned about your testosterone levels, because if you have sensitivity to testosterone, you may have a sensitivity to DHT. You may have a sensitivity to PCOS. I'm concerned about your testosterone levels because it may affect your hair growth. I'm concerned with it. This is what I look for when I'm trying to help bring you balance so that you don't have hair loss. Your melatonin helps you with sleep, and your thyroid is always what prioritizes your estrogen and your testosterone health, and how well your body functions as far as your menstrual cycle, all of your lady parts, your girly parts. Your thyroid is in large control of that. And when your thyroid is not converting well from T4 to T3, when it's not converting those hormones, that's when you'll have the problems with the goiter. That's when you'll have the problems in your gut, because your gut is not synthesizing the hormones. Your liver has too much conjugated hormones that it can't flush out. I'm concerned about all that. I'm concerned about all of your hormones. If you're not, I am, because this is what I do, everyone. So next on the list, what I want to share with you is, when all of these items are out of balance, you said this is your first time here getting ready for church. As I listen, I promise you I'm about to wrap it up in just a moment. So you take magnesium for lack of sleep? Yes, I love magnesium. And it also helps with your gut. It helps you go to the bathroom a lot better. It's very pivotal. That particular mineral is pivotal in a lot of functions, helping go to the bathroom more easier. Milk of magnesia. And also it's good for your nervous system. So magnesium is wonderful. what I want to share is when all these hormones are out of balance, when they're all out of balance, your inflammation is out of balance, your levels are out of balance. When there's too much inflammation, this may result in you having a hysterectomy or an oophorectomy where you have your ovaries removed. What happens is with the Mayo Clinic information, what they were sharing is, like I said earlier, the earlier you get your hysterectomy, the more problems you'll have. You'll have more problems with hormonal shifts, inflammation, reduced ovarian function. You will have more issues such as obesity, hypertension, insulin resistance, cardiovascular dysfunction. You'll have hardening of the arteries because you had a hysterectomy. The hysterectomy interrupts how blood flows to the ovaries if you even still keep your ovaries. But because you have a hysterectomy, it interrupts blood flow. It counteracts how blood flows and it causes and contributes to all of these comorbidities after. So I don't know why. I'm not a doctor. I just know how it affects your hair. That's why I'm here. So every woman's hormonal every woman's hormonal journey is different. Some women experience minimal hair changes after surgeries, while others notice dramatic shedding and thinning years later. Genetics, because if certain things run in your family, those just run the gamut. You'll have half genetics that rule your body, and then you have the other half diet and lifestyle that you have to take into consideration and control on your end. Also, you have to also control your medications. If you're on different medications, these will also have resulting side effects. But what I want to share with you is surgical removal of the uterus and ovaries may alter blood vessel pathways and reduce optimal blood flow within the pelvic and hormonal system. Over time, decreased circulation and reduced hormonal signaling may indirectly impact nutrient and oxygen delivery to the scalp and hair follicles, potentially contributing to secondary thinning hair. So the reason why I'm here is to talk about the thinning hair. So yes, ma'am, selfish one, there are different types of magnesium. You have to find out which one is best for you, but there are definitely different types of magnesium. So I'm going to keep this going because I don't want to keep y'all here forever. Y'all got other things to do. Oh, what I wanted to go back and say is compared to people in their 50s that get a hysterectomy, they develop fewer issues in response to when you're in your 30s and your early 40s getting hysterectomies. The earlier you have a hysterectomy, the more chances you will have an increase in those other issues that I just mentioned compared to someone in their 50s. If I myself had an issue with my with my uterus now and I had my uterus removed, I would have fewer issues than someone earlier having a hysterectomy. So I wanted to mention that because that is very important. When I read that, I just thought that was awesome. So you say use a 711. You said you need this. Don't wrap it up. I'm only going to be here till about 8:55 because then I have to disconnect and I have to go into a Zoom room for my hair loss professionals. So if you're a beauty professional and you want to be able to share this type of information with your community, help your clients improve their hair growth, minimize hair loss, help them alongside their dermatologists and their other physicians, and you want to do your part in helping your clients with thinning hair and hair loss issues, please venture over to my website, check out the education page, and see what we have that can help you and help you increase your income, help you change your lifestyle, and help your clients. So I will be meeting with my hair loss practitioner students at 9 o'clock because they are preparing for their clinical training here in August so that they can serve their communities in New Jersey and in Georgia. So when you have oophorectomies is a removal of the ovaries. This can send you into early menopause. This can send you into issues with hot flashes, moodiness, hair loss. It can send you into all of those wonderful issues that we're going to have when we finally experience menopause. What will happen is, again, there's a lack of blood flow to ovaries that don't exist. So you're going to interrupt how well blood flows. This is why we have hair loss, everyone. You're going to have a reduced level of estrogen because now you don't have your ovaries. You don't have the ovaries that send the egg to the uterus because there are no ovaries. So when you change anything in the hormonal structure, when you change things in your endocrine system, you will have changes in your hormones, which may cause you secondary hair loss later on. I have women who reach out to me all the time that'll say, "There's nothing I can do to get my hair back. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do." There are always things you can do to support all the other hormones you have in your body, but you will never get your hair back to the degree that you had it before you remove your uterus or remove your ovaries. There are things that you can do, but your hair will take the fall because you've had to have this removed. Because your diet and your lifestyle didn't allow for you to keep it, it was so inflamed, it had cysts, it had all sorts of issues, you had to have it removed, your hair will pay the price. So I just want to share also Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. If you connect with me at the link at the bottom of the screen, if you can write this down, https://tr.ee/dash capital IJT4ODH-N. You can connect with my link tree, which I just showed a few moments ago. You can connect with my link tree, and then you can schedule a chance to speak with me about your needs. You can connect with me to schedule your own treatment plan so that you can get yourself together. So, of course, everyone, when you hit the links in the bio, this is what you'll see, all of the links to connect with me. So when you get your personal treatment plan, when you work with someone like myself, you will be able to find out how you can minimize these hormone declines and shortfalls. You can find out what to do naturally. You can find out what to do in the arena of, do I need to work on my estrogen naturally? Do I need to work on my progesterone naturally? Do I need to take things like Vitex Chaseberry for my progesterone levels so I can sleep? Do I need to increase my levels of ginger to help my testosterone naturally? What can I do naturally to help my body? We get the chance to sit down with you, identify what's going on in your body, what's occurring, and we give you natural, holistic ways to address it. We use things like bioresonance scans, carotenoid scans, functional blood chemistry analysis. These are things that you will not get from your doctor, because this is not what your doctor does. This is what someone does that is an integrative wellness specialist or health specialist or your dietitian. We have access to things that read the energies of the body, read the blood levels of the body. We do things that are different as opposed to just relying on a blood panel. So we take your blood panel and we identify functional areas that are working in such a way that reveals issues in your body. That's what a FBCA or functional blood chemistry analysis does. And I encourage anyone that is in any type of health arena to gain access to Dr. Dickens' blood chemistry analysis, because what it provides you is excellent, and it doesn't compare to just having a regular blood exam. I have people that send me their blood work just so they can get their own personal functional blood chemistry analysis. So you can send your blood work. Of course, you send it as a like a Google Drive file, or send it to me where it is in a way that does not compromise your health, and we'll return it to you. We can meet with you to go over what it is that we found, or you can just read it because they're very user friendly. Also, a reduction in estrogen, it may bring mood swings, hair loss, inflammation, and pain. So as you're approaching your 40s and your 50s and your 60s, you want to have a handle on what you can do to balance your estrogen. If you're not going to see a nurse practitioner, you don't have to fight through the flashes. You don't have to fight through the mood swings. You don't have to fight through the irritability. You don't have to fight through that. We have resources for you. You just have to meet with us and find out what it is that we can provide you. So I meet with tons of women all the time, and they say to me, well, I just want this to be over. I'm just going to deal with it. I don't want to take no medicine. It's not medicine. They're bioidenticals and or herbs, or changing your lifestyle, adding magnesium. There are so many things you can do. Even magnesium helps with just nervous system function. So you don't have to worry about us trying to help you with things that are going to affect your menopausal journey. It will reduce some of what you're experiencing and help you feel better. So that's why I'm here. There is support. Like I said, we connect you with Palmer Medical nurse practitioners. They will help you support your hormone balance naturally as well. If you already have access to a nurse practitioner or your gynecologist, tell them, look, I want to have my estrogen levels, my progesterone, and my testosterone reviewed so that I can feel better, and work on my hair growth. Thank you so much from my hearts. I really, really appreciate it. So, what I want to show you here, only people on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram can see this. This is one of the items that I use. It's called a Viscera scan. It's a bioresonance scan. You take your phone and you take a picture of your face. It goes to my bioresonance device. It interprets for me what it is that you are experiencing. Are you experiencing changes with your estrogen levels and your mood? How is your diet? Do you have parasites? What does your gastrointestinal system look like? This is what your personal bioresonance exam will look like when you are not here with me, because I can service anyone virtually. You don't have to be in my space. You can be in China and Ohio. As long as you can connect with me through Google Meet, Teams, or WhatsApp, or Zoom, I can furnish this information to you. All you have to do is take your phone and scan your face. Amazing technology. Thank you so much, Miss Tamika Lachey, for reposting User 711. I appreciate you. Thank you for all the love, because you're letting TikTok know that this is valuable information. If you all can, please share this with your stories, share this live with your good girlfriends. But all of this will help you, because with your 1 hour session, this is what we're going to find. We're going to identify all the shortfalls, all those levels in orange. That's letting you know you have a shortfall that you have to work on. All of these shortfalls that we identify is going to help you determine, okay, this is where we need to start. This is what you need to correct in your diet and lifestyle so that you can have fewer issues in the future. We want to save our women from having to get hysterectomies. We want to save our women from having such bad problems with cysts. You know, those cysts, they come from toxicity in our diet. So we have to change this, everyone. Having a cyst on your ovary is not something to prize and be proud of. We have to do what we can to control it. If we have to change the way we eat by identifying what blood type we are, then we have to change it. If we have to detoxify more, then we have to change it. We have to do what we can, but having a cyst is not a badge of honor, everyone. If I talk to one more woman that says, "Oh, I got cysts on my ovaries," that's not cute. It's like when people say, "Oh, I got the sugar." That's not something to be proud of, everyone. We have to work on that. And Nurse Gigi, thank you for joining me today. User 711, you said yes. I so appreciate you right now. So let's do what we can. Meet with me. If you want to meet with me for 15 minutes, meet with me for 15 minutes. We can talk about what it is that you'll need, or you can access the links in my bio, connect with me, and just schedule your 1 hour session, and we can just go ahead and get started. There are some of us that need to see me. They need to do their research. They need to listen to me maybe 5 to 10 times. That's just how life works. That's all a part of business. There are some that take action immediately because they know that this is resonating with them. They're tired of it. They want to work on it now. I don't know who you are, but I am here. All you have to do is go to the links in my bio and we'll get started. Read the bio on my website if you would like to find out more information about me. Go through all of my social platforms and just listen to what it is that I have provided. Go to my hair loss website. Look at my before and afters, because they do exist. You just have to search for them. If you want to know more about me, I can tell you where to go so you can find out more. So my offer stack today, everyone, for those who are on this live, who watch this live, when you mention this later, this is what I want to do for you. I want to give you all, and I'm going to see if I can turn this around. Let me see if I can turn this around. How do I do this? I can't do it. I don't know if I can. I don't know how to turn my camera around. I want to turn it around so you can see my screen. Thank you so much. I'm glad you said I'm educating you. I deeply appreciate that. I don't know how to work this stuff. All I know how to do is come on live. Sometimes I don't even know how to work all of this stuff. I'm trying to see. Okay, here we go. All right, everyone. So this is the offer stack. Let me turn this off. Now, if you'd like to meet with me and have your own 1 hour session, you will get a hair and scalp evaluation. That comes with it because it's a hair and scalp exam. You will also get your 3-month follow-up free, which means you'll have your scans and everything done all over again to make sure that all of the vitamins, all the nutritionals, everything that we recommended, that you are doing what you're supposed to be doing. Because if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, your hair will start growing in, you'll start feeling better, you'll start losing weight, your symptoms will reduce, and your scans will reveal if what it is that we are giving you is working. We will also provide you one complimentary 30-day supply of women's nutritional. I'm going to go grab it and show you what it looks like. You will also get nutritional recommendations, and you will also get blood typing information with 7-day meal plans with salads and snacks. A lot of people don't know what their blood type is, and when they find out, and once they start eating for their blood type, you're amazed with how much weight you lose, how much better you feel, how your digestion is improved. Find out what your blood type is. So I'm going to continue. And what I want to share with you again, lastly, is all you have to do is go to the links in my bio, connect with the links in the bio, schedule your 1 hour session today, or you can just schedule a 15-minute session, get prepared, and then we can get moving. You can copy this link, you can comment. I'll send you the link. If you comment and say, just send me the link. And if you're not ready today, I want to offer all of you my free copy of the book Inflammations. I wrote a book a few years ago called Inflammation. And what I want to share with you all is when you control your inflammation, you're able to work on some of your body's issues that I just described. Let me see if I can turn this back around. So when you work on your inflammation ahead of time, okay, all right, TikTok, ugh, I can't with all this stuff saying I'm showing stuff that don't have anything to do with the live. I can't with TikTok. So Barbara Brown, you said, well done, girl. Thank you so much. I deeply appreciate that. Alicia, you said send me the link. I definitely will. You're on Facebook. Okay, I'll send it to you. So again, everyone, I just want to just let you know that I am here, but you have to do your part. If you don't ever reach out and put one foot in front of the other, we can't assist you. We can't help you. I want one Black woman to reduce her exposure to cysts. I want one Black woman within the sound of my voice to not have to get a hysterectomy. Because when you get your hysterectomy, you will incur certain comorbidities and you will have secondary hair loss. I guarantee it. The quality of your hair will not be the same after you have a hysterectomy. It will not, because of how blood flow is interrupted as a result of having a hysterectomy. Blood flows to the ovaries, and it flows in a manner where it controls how the endocrine system works through the rest of the body. And I share with you guys all the time, when you see these red and blue lines here, those are arteries and veins. And when anything interferes with blood flow, it's going to interfere with hair loss, everyone. So, Alicia, give me 1 second because TikTok is doing the dance over here. It's making me want to share that I'm still here. Come on, TikTok. All right. Just say I'm still here. All right. Yes, I'm still here. All right. So, okay, selfish one. I will definitely. What I want to share with you is, again, all you have to do is go to the link in my bio, and all of the links are there. If you send me an inbox, I can send you the links. If you can't seem to hit the bio and find them, I will send it to you. User 711, you said knowledge is power. Yes, it is. That's why I'm here every single week to share with you what is out here, what is for us. Because if we don't help us, no one else is going to advocate for us except us. No one else is checking for Black women except Black women. So, yes, ma'am. Miss Clara, how does testosterone affect women? When you have sensitivities to testosterone, you can have resulting issues with DHT. DHT is an enzyme that connects with testosterone. It's called dihydrotestosterone. So when you have problems with testosterone levels and male and female pattern hair loss runs in your family, the enzymes 5-alpha reductase combines with testosterone. It combines and causes DHT. DHT can shorten the hair growth cycle, and it can cause you to have finer, less dense hairs over time. What happens is, now I follow Dr. Donahue. He is a dermatologist. He just told us the other day that there is a phase where from the anagen growth phase, the catagen, and the telogen phase. There's a phase in between telogen and back to anagen where when you have problems with testosterone and DHT, the period between the hair that exits the follicle in that period before it refills and creates a new hair follicle, that phase will be longer and longer, which means there will be phases where you'll have periods where there's no hair growing. So when you have challenges with testosterone, Miss Claro, this can result in you having challenges with PCOS because it's directly tied to your levels of testosterone, your sensitivity to testosterone. And if PCOS runs in your family, it can create firmer, coarser hairs on your face and your chest and around your nipples. It can cause issues with insulin and blood sugar, and it can cause you to have heavy periods. So testosterone needs to be balanced like every other hormone, Miss Clara. So if you wanted to know how does testosterone affect women, it affects them because it causes and contributes to slow growing hair, less dense hair, thin hair, higher foreheads, and loss of hair. And Alicia, you said this was eye opening because you have had these questions. I'm so glad. I wish you had put them in the chat because I'd rather people put things in the chat so that I can help them ahead of time. If you need someone like myself, you said you need the links, please don't hesitate to reach out, send me any questions, connect with me for 15 minutes, schedule a 1 hour session because I would like to do my part and help you, but I wish you could have sent it to me because I would have just shared some things with you. So I want to say, everybody, I gotta go because I have to connect with my students at 9. Peace, love, and hair grease. Thank you so much. User 711, you said I rock. I so deeply appreciate y'all because you guys could have been doing anything else today and you decided to spend some time with me. Love, peace, and hair grease. Gotta go. Have a good one, everyone.